Alrighty, hey everyone. My name is Matt Young. I'm the assistant pastor over at Westminster Presbyterian Church in Lubbock, Texas. Hey, if you're in West Texas, would love the opportunity to meet you at a worship service. Our worship services are at 9 a.m. Sunday morning and 11:15 a.m. So if you're in the West Texas area, feel free to drop by. Love an opportunity to meet you. Well, today I'm going to be doing a Bible review on the Crossway ESV Preaching Bible. Crossway sent this to me for a Bible review, just in exchange for an honest review. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do today. So as you can see, we're looking at the Trutone Overboard edition. This comes in black slipcase. This is really classy looking with the gold gilt and the artwork on the front. And then the back gives you everything that you need to know about this Bible. The Preaching Bible is created from the ground up with input from pastors and created with pastors in mind. However, don't let that dissuade you from this buying this Bible. I'll share with you a few reasons why in just a moment, but you've got a 10-point font, single column format, extra wide margins, and the like. Well, you can be sure to check this out. But this is just the box. So let's get into the Bible itself. As you can see, this Bible is, or you might not be able to see, this Bible is a chunkster. It's about 1.75 inches in width. It's about 9.5 by 6.5 inches long and wide. But here's the greatest thing about this Bible. Even though it's a little bit on the chunky side of things, the hardcover actually makes this a very manageable Bible. It's not flopping all over the place. It lays flat right out of the box, right out of the slipcase, and just makes for a beautiful presentation. Now, as you can see on the spine, you have Holy Bible, ESV, English Standard Version, and then the Crossway logo. And then 4 slightly raised hubs. This is just a really classy distinction that Crossway's been doing on their hardback editions. And this is Trutone. Trutone is Crossway's imitation leather. And let me tell you, it has really stepped up over the years. I remember when Crossway first started publishing the ESV, and their Trutone would just flake apart after a few months of use. But they have really stepped up their game, and it shows. So you can see this is Trutone. You got the ISBN number on the back there, which I think that, honestly, if they had just put it right in here, that would have been totally fine. Just keep that back area clear of clutter. You have a vinyl paste down, so there's no tabbed edge line here. It's just a paste down, but it goes right into a thick page sewn signature. And I love that Crossway does this. The reason being is that by having this thicker paper on the front and on the back uses this same glossy cardstock for maps. By doing that, you actually increase the durability of the Bible. And I absolutely love that they've done that. I greatly dislike that Zondervan has not caught on to that. And that's why all their Bibles, the first few pages always tears from the cover because they don't have that extra support of having an entire thicker page sewn signature on the front. But you can see you get right into the Bible, Holy Bible, another title page, copyright page. It's printed in China. And what you can see right away with this Bible, there's no frills to it, there's no cross references or any extras, there's not even a concordance. But right away, what you can see is you have a super clean single column layout with a 1.25 inch margin and then about a 0.75 inch margin on the inside. So this is going to be a note taker's dream. Now I have a large print journaling Bible. The font is 9.5. And you have 2 inches of margin space. Well, here's the deal about this. You have 2 inches of margin space combined with the inside and the outside, and you have a 10-point font. So you have a better font, You have white paper, not that cream colored paper, and it's 36 GSM paper. Most Bibles are printed on 28 to 32 GSM paper, so they really upped their game in terms of the thickness. And I haven't written in this Bible yet. However, it's a very similar paper to my wide margin, and so I'm assuming it will take pen or pencil very nicely. If you flip to the middle, where the Psalms are and where the poetry section is, you can see you've just got tons and tons and tons of margin space. Now, there's another Bible that I know has had some really great reviews on its use for teaching and preaching, and that is the ESV Wide Margin Bible. This one, you have 1-inch margins on the inside and on the outside, but a 9-point font. And one would think that because of the 1-inch margin on the inside and on the outside, that you would have more writing space. But when you calculate it up, there are, you actually have the same amount of writing space on each page for this Bible as with this Bible, 2 inches total on the inside and on the outside. But you also have over 300 more pages. So what that really equates to is much more writing space, almost, well, I can't do a fraction off the top of my head, but you have a great amount more writing space here in this Bible, in the Preaching Bible, than you do even in the wide margin. And what's great about the Preaching Bible as compared to, say, the large print journaling Bible is that one of the terrible secrets that I've found out about Crossway is that their large print editions do not carry, unless it's a reference edition, they do not carry the footnotes. And I personally love having these footnotes as study helps to be alerted to what's going on in the text that maybe otherwise I would not see unless I had my Greek New Testament or my Hebrew and Aramaic Old Testament out. So you get to see all those variants in translation, in manuscripts, and whatnot. And the ESV does a great job of showing that to you, those different variations. And you lose that oftentimes with a large print edition for the sake of space. And so the Preaching Bible actually, if you love to write in your Bibles, actually ends up being a fantastic journaling Bible or wide margin Bible. I don't like necessarily the term journaling Bible just because I don't journal in my Bible. I journal and journal, but I take notes in my Bibles. I just find that kinesthetic practice of writing down my thoughts and those different things that I noticed just help me retain what I'm reading all the more. And this Bible's at a price point. You can find this Bible, I believe, for as low as $35 to $40 online, like Christian Books or Amazon or whatnot. You know, with that kind of a ticket price, you really could buy this Bible once a year and fill it up and really get the most out of it. You know, I use Logos when I'm studying, and so I don't need all the cross-reference stuff. I don't need all of the extra study notes or study features. I just need the scriptures in front of me in a very uncluttered way, so that way I can meditate more deeply on it and then write any observations or thoughts that I can use in teaching, preaching, or just for my own personal edification. So again, I would commend this Bible to you. And there's some more technical reviews on YouTube that you can find, but I really love, if I hadn't started already journaling and writing in this Bible, my wide margin, I probably would have started that endeavor really in this Bible, just because of, even though it's a little chunky, that hardback really makes a huge difference, I think, when it comes to being able to hold it in church, hold it at the pulpit, hold it in a classroom or small group setting, and have it be very readable. I love that. So be sure, head on over to Crossway or Amazon to pick one of these up. Again, you would not be disappointed with the hardback, and I'm sure you wouldn't be disappointed with the goatskin edition. However, I've heard that that's a little bit more floppy. But with the hardback, you really do add a lot of great support that you otherwise would not have. So thanks so much for checking in to my channel. If you like the content of this video, be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe. That way you can always be up to date on what content and videos I'm producing. So thanks so much. Have a good one, y'all, and have a great night.